we do an audio check? It's
It's Sonic Drift. What do you expect from me?
Sonic first.
So we really only need to play the originals. Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna read all that.
A to go. B or X to break. Anything while the directions while hitting A and B drift. So go and break. How you would drift in real life, you drift. Alright, let's go. This game's an exception. We can just play on the easiest difficulty here. Because there's only 4 tracks in the whole game. Get ready for music that's going to make you want to blow your brains out.
It said something in the manual about having like 18 tracks, but I bet that was a lie. It's like how Rayman has 70 levels in it, and Mario World
So,
has
you have
96
green-
levels.
You have green, yellow, and red.
But it's just the different cups, right?
Correct.
Or the different difficulties more. That's like your CC.
Yeah.
Was Fang the 4th character? Or it should have been Eggman. Yeah, I think it's just these 4. So this came out after CD because Amy's in it. This is not graphically impressive in any way. Because that grass on the side is literally just like a background layer. It doesn't even move or anything. I hope Cross Worlds has every track from every Sonic Racer game, including this game.
You see how much love Secret Rings got? They already showed 2 tracks from
Do
Secret
you memorize, or did you recognize that song?
No.
It's the theme song to Sonic CD because I think the same composer worked on this and that. Which is a shame because, like, yeah, this song. You barely get to hear it, but it's the theme of Japanese Sonic CD. Like, CD has such good music and this is just nothing.
That hurt.
So this is the Japan only one, that's why his name is Eggman. This is before Knuckles was even born.
Yep.
And Amy was the newest character.
I hit a speed up right as I drifted too far. That's what happened.
Oh, you drifted too much in Sonic Drift and you got punished for
Yeah.
it?
It was in Sonic Drift.
Why is it lasting longer? I don't know.
I kind of like that they're based off the old game though, Marble Zone.
Yeah.
The only difference in aesthetic is just the background.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a boring track.
I really hope if Crossworlds will be a day one buy for me. If they show love throughout the history, because we've seen Colors, we've seen Secret Rings, and that's really we saw Metal Harbor.
And, like, they added Sage as a racer, right?
I didn't know. Oh yes, Sage was in one of the cars. They didn't announce Sage as a racer, but she's in one of the shots. What else? I'm trying to think.
And I think
Oh,
Jet
and
is Jet the Hawk's in
haunted.
it.
I think the haunted. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. I was like the haunted ship from Rush Adventure, but I don't think it's actually the haunted ship from Rush
Is this
Adventure.
Scrap Rain already?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know what it said. I wasn't looking.
Oh my fucking god. Bruh. I'm getting my butt creamed. That character wasn't even invented yet. That's Advanced Games, right?
Yeah, she debuted in Advance 2. And then was in Advance 3. And then some spin-offs, and then she's not really used anymore.
It's a little sad.
People made, like, videos, like, what happened to Cream.
And
Because I think in, like, the latest game that she was in, Sonic, like, told her she couldn't go on in the adventures because they were too dangerous and she was too young and she got all
which
upset.
adventure? Oh, in the comics?
Maybe in the
Yeah,
comics.
come in last.
I think she had, like, an arc where, like, yeah, she felt unimportant, and then I think she just disappeared after that. This is so, like, this is such a nice ceremony.
How do I get... whatever.
Now Labyrinth? Yeah, I think those Scrap Brain and now are at Labyrinth. Is it going in original intended game order? Which wouldn't be even that.
I really don't
He just pointed at
understand.
us.
I really don't understand how this works, if I'm being honest.
Is it like Mario Kart where you need coin, or like how you need coins in Mario Kart? At least in the first few, where you needed coins, or else every time you bump into somebody you spin out. Do you like need rings to succeed? But there's like no rings.
Oh my fucking...
There's a reason they like include these games on every collection, like they're just like pens at the bank. Or it's like when I went and got my COVID shot and they gave me a whole loot box full of random essential food. It's because they didn't want it, and they were like, "Here, you take it."
Sonic Drift is some of the worst games. I think, were they on the bottom of my list? Like both of them were like on the
Yeah.
bottom 10.
I didn't even put these on my personal list. I didn't really want to play any of them.
I only put them on because it's like quick. Like,
Yeah.
we're already done with Drift 1.
Yeah, the game can't hurt you that much if it's so short. And like you're still progressing through the game even if you're not winning. Those are the best games. They just like so loosely are based on the levels. I also hate these games that try to do 3D, but then they put them in such tiny windows. Like your actual gameplay is only half the screen.
Yeah,
And not even that.
You know what? I agree. I hate the original Punch Out in arcades.
Well, wasn't that was a 2-screen thing, I think. Your score was in the top.
Fuck me in the ass and call me grass.
And even on this bottom half, your track is only like 2/3 of that half. It's like Sega CD games where all the FMVs are in tiny windows. And in games like Night Trap, they put all the control, like, HUD around that doesn't actually mean anything. Like, let's just have a radar spinning around and all these just random pixel garbage junk.
Shit.
Just to, like, make it look like something's going on.
It's almost easier to look at the map. I came in first place there, so I'm wondering if that'll put me in first.
I can't even imagine playing this on a Game Gear with a tiny screen, no backlight, a battery life of it already would have run out. Like you would have probably put 10 AA's into it, and by now they would have run out
Scrap Brain.
again. Then maybe it wasn't Scrap Brain before. Maybe it was like
With
Spring Yard.
Starlight. Oh, it was
We
Spring
just did-
Yard.
yeah.
It was Spring Yard.
So it's doing all 6 of the zones. The end. So it was going in order. I'm just stupid. I just couldn't tell. Yeah, this music's like nothing. Some of the other Game Gear games have a lot better music, and the same composer did. I think it's Sonic 2 or Chaos.
Dude, some of these turns happen so randomly.
At least Mario Kart Super Circuit had the, it would give you a little turn signal up above to let you know what turn was coming up. But at least there you move slower, so you can anticipate your turns more.
You want to talk about unimpressive 2D racing games? Crash Nitro Kart for the Game Boy. People herald as like better than the GameCube one. No.
Super Circuit was like barely a game, and that's probably the best racer on the Game Boy Advance. I know there's some others, but still.
I came in second.
This game is like combining F-Zero with Silent Hill. You move at like breakneck speed, but you have the visibility of 1.
So just to prove to you real quick. Let's go to red. Green Hill. It's just the AI difficulty.
Yeah, I don't even know if the map is different. Yeah, you must spin out because you have 0 rings.
No, it's because I'm turning too much. I think I'm tricking myself into believing this looks different.
I'm just gonna go check in the stream and see what the first map looked like. It's different, but like slightly. It's the same general layout, but like the turns are more turny.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Down here. That's close to the original Game Gear view.
How do I?
Z.
Oh. Let's go to Drift 2.
Which I know has some more content. You can play as Fang and Knuckles, I think.
Same controls. Wait, cart, use special power or item?
You have to hit up. Well, I guess there are only 2 buttons. That is a big pet peeve of mine, is when games with only like a 2-button controller try to have way too many controls.
Yeah.
Double Dragon on NES, or any of those games from Double Dragon or River City games, were a pain. Because they expect you to do all these Street Fighter-like combos with 2 buttons. So it's like, to jump, you have to punch and kick at the same time, and sometimes it doesn't register. And then you have to do attacks out of a jump. So it's just like A-B, like A-B at the same time, over and over. It's not fun. A lot of the Valis games were like that. To do magic, you have to hit up and attack at the same time.
Okay, so they are all different. Okay. We'll just do a free run and go through them all. We don't need to...
They don't want to do Grand Prix. This is a much nicer HUD. Oh, Metal Sonic. This is like the whole gang of the classic Sonic era.
Oh, is it just me?
Yeah.
Ha! I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, just do the Grand Prix then. But you have to beat them to like unlock the other cups. Oh, they added new backgrounds. They were really figuring the Game Gear out by this point.
Yeah. So yeah, now I think there's 12 courses in Drift 2. As opposed to the 6 in the original.
Did they just make them the different emerald colors that were not in Drift 1?
Don't know what that means.
Probably your drift. We don't want to have to do extra work here. I played all Mario Kart Wii with auto drift because I don't find it intuitive to like physically steer a Wii wheel and have to manually drift. And everyone says just play with a controller, and I would love to, but I think it's really stupid that to do tricks you have to hit up on the D-pad and take your hand off the steering wheel, which is like the left analog. Like, it makes no sense.
So now when you're next... Oh, fuck. Now when you're next to people like that, like, you notice your camera doesn't always just jerk. Your camera is more centered when you're near other racers, so you can pass them easier.
That's good.
Oh, I thought that was a...
You got an item.
How do I use it?
I think you just hit up. You use the first one. Use them both.
I think that's glitching.
No, it's water. You're passing by water on the map. But you're also still passing the water, but it's not showing it.
See, when I played these originally, I remember making notes that, like I thought this one was way better.
It's only slightly.
I think it's way better. Better HUD, better character selection. You get
More diverse tracks.
More diverse tracks.
You get that. That was a system seller.
Soundtrack's a little better. Fuck.
You know Sega had like VHS tapes, like the Nintendo ones I showed you, where they like try to sell their product. And there's a few I think on the Game Gear where they partner with Howard Johnson hotels. Like if you went to a Howard Johnson hotel, you could play Game Gear. Like they had them in the rooms, and I think you just pay like extra to be able to play Game Gear. But they had a whole like 15-minute tape with skits and everything. I kind of want to show you and Sharky. Sharky specifically because they like predict Yakuza in it. There's like a... Because it's all about this guy getting terrorized by this guy that works at the hotel, and it's basically Goro Majima. Or I could save that for when we do the inevitable commercial Brogout Theater.
Just gotta make sure those commercials are old enough that we won't get fucking destroyed with
Yeah.
copyright.
Yeah, when Vinny does his commercial streams, he basically Vinny's just the he's the persona of his
I thought you were gonna say he's the Persona guy.
No, I don't think he even cares about Shin Megami Tensei or Persona. But he's just the face of the channel. Like, he doesn't really do any of the background work anymore. He has just his people that do it, so they put together the commercials, and they check to see if they're good for copyright. It's more just like if they play a real song in the commercials. But they use that like Adobe enhanced AI shit to like take the music out, and it makes like all the rest of the audio extremely like fucked up, but it always sounds like silly, so Vinny just laughed. So that'd be what we'd have to watch out for. Some commercials themselves are copyrighted. Any commercials I was gonna play would be like as old as this game and stuff. The idea I had was like go through the history of every game we've streamed and make playlists in the order of all the games we've streamed. Maybe break it up though, because like if there's a ton of Jak and Daxter commercials, like don't just play them all at the same time. But like we could take it season by season. Oh, these tracks don't have laps.
Nope. Dark Valley 1. Remember that
was
stage?
my favorite level. It's Shadow's Valley. He was born in the darkness. See, it'd be cool if he could like leap off and like do shortcuts in the level. Yeah, and you get more content with each level because you're not just doing 3 laps.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 7 stole from this.
Only for like 2 tracks.
Yeah. 8 stole some more, and they made the longest Rainbow
Oh.
Road into the shortest Rainbow Road.
What the hell was that?
I think it was dumb that they decided not to do any 2-lap courses, because Double Dash had Wario Coliseum. It's like, it'd be too short to make it 1 lap, but it's too long for 3. But like Mario Kart, no other game after that decided to do that. Because yeah, Rainbow Road 64 it takes 2 minutes to do a lap in the original. So what they did was they just made it 1 lap, but now it's like an extremely short level, because you're going way faster and stuff. I feel like a 2-lap level would have been nice, because it still loops back to the beginning. It just feels dumb. It's like, oh, you only loop back once and then you're done. It was also dumb in Mario Kart DS how they like nerfed Baby Park to 5 laps. Did you just kill somebody?
No, it freezes them in place for a moment.
Oh, chaos control.
It really works when the other characters are AIs.
Oh, it's a Sonic 3 theme.
They were really trying to push the Game Gear, huh?
Yeah. It had more games than the Genesis did. Like,
Really?
Sonic games. I have once you give me 3D Blast, I'll have every Sonic game.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Shit.
I'll just get it next time I come over. But I have 1, 2, 3, Spinball, Knuckles, Mean Bean Machine, and then 3D Blast would be 7. Like, there's way more Game Gear Sonic games than that. Dang.
Casino Night.
I like the sound of the GameCube running. That should be a 10-hour video. Not just the GameCube clicks of the joystick, but just the sound of a GameCube running. I also found out something about the GameCube, but I can't show it off until after the stream because I have to open the console. Or just the lid.
What is it?
You can take the plate off the top of it, like the GameCube
Yeah.
logo.
You didn't know that? Europe had a bunch of custom ones.
Mm.
For,
Yeah, people make like custom ones.
Yeah. Europe had a bunch of custom ones you could flip out. One for Resi 4, one for the Zelda Master Quest collection.
Well, I had my... Well, that was a cool effect. Like, I don't really know what it's trying to show, but it was like a cool sprite, like scaling wave effect. But I had my first GameCube was that Pokemon XD one, and I always thought it was stupid because I didn't care about Pokemon yet. I wish I still kept it, because then I ended up just getting this one like shortly after. And I only got the GameCube because, like, I already had the Wii. I only got the GameCube just to be like a collector. But I'm glad I did because then I got rid of the Wii when I got the Wii U. Or my mom still has the Wii. She hooked it up and I don't know. I think she plays it now.
What does she play?
I don't even know because she had like that Zumba fitness game. I think there's a Jillian Michaels fitness game. They have Just Dance. Cars game on GameCube.
Welcome to consistently second, Tristan.
You can come in first cumulatively by coming in second every race if somebody different beats you every time.
Which is what I just did.
Really?
No, wait, what? Desert Road 1? There's more than 4?
Desert Road, my favorite song. The course is just a big smiley, like, or just a mouth. This is one of those games where you like shut your brain off. It's like I don't care if I lose. Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, this is better than Drift 1 every way.
That's all.
I might barely be able to call it a game. Maybe it was just a different time in the 90s. Like this is all you had. I'm sure. But, like I think Sega was trying to copy, or Sonic was trying to copy Mario and Donkey Kong, but not in the right ways because they're like, let's copy all the crazy stuff they're doing on the Super Nintendo, but only on the Game Gear.
So the Game Gear was like the handheld version, right?
Yeah, it's just a Master System running portably. So it has bad screen crunch, which is why I will buy the Master System versions. Because they never re-released them. They always use the Game Gear versions. And trying to play Sonic with screen crunch is a nightmare.
Trust me, I know. After I played Sonic Chaos...
Mm.
Dude, when I booted up Sonic Chaos to make that video, I fucking laughed my ass off. That game looks like absolute...
Are you thinking about
dog
Blast,
shit.
the pre-rendered graphics?
Oh,
one?
you're right.
That's
Sonic
Blast.
That one looks like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, like why are you trying to copy Donkey Kong Country but on a portable?
Why are you trying to copy Dong? You hear the music slow down.
Yeah. I think this is too much for the Game Gear. Definitely too ambitious. Sega has always been ambitious. I'll give them
I was in
that.
third this time. Yeah.
It's just sometimes their ideas work, other times they don't. And even when they don't work, you at least see the passion.
How many fucking racetracks are there?
Does this have more tracks than like Mario Kart 8 with the Booster Course Pass? Like there's 100 tracks. I'm kind of like not ready for the new Mario Kart because like the Booster Course Pass kind of just happened like within the past few years.
I'm not ready because they're going with that shooting design for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Seth Kong.
Like Seth MacFarlane.
No, Rogan.
Oh.
Rogi Kong.
I was
Donkey Kong had a perfect design. Like Rare made that character.
I was prepared for them to start doing it after they started doing the Princess Peach Showtime thing.
I looked at it side by side, and it's really just she looks madder. That's it.
No, she has more defined like nose and shit. She looks more like the movie version of herself.
Yeah.
I get they're trying to make him look like that because that Donkey Kong, the one they showed, just looks like the movie Donkey Kong.
Yeah. But I hate Illumination's like art style.
I do too.
Just seeing the Grinch with
It's-
a stupid pouty face just pisses me off
It's
every time.
bad enough I'm gonna have to watch every Despicable Me movie. I don't need to see it in my games
Oh,
as well. For Gru versus Mega Man. I've never seen them, so I don't know what to expect.
It's like one of those Shrek things where the first one might be fine, but like the further you go, the worse they get.
I hear the same thing about Mega Man though. I hear it just had a TV show that's awful.
I think they're making another Despicable Me, and like they've had several Minions movies.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Minions movies. Stephanie asked me if I want to start watching them with her to make notes and shit, and I was just like, oh.
Don't want to put you through that too?
But she has a mild interest in it. Interest in.
I've only seen the first Despicable Me, and I liked it back then, but even then it wasn't like great.
Sonic beat my ass. You want to do some?
Not really.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got 2 more cups to go anyway.
He was looking the other way. He's like, I see 3 PlayStations over there and an Xbox.
Oh, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, they did just pick. I think they just picked the other emerald colors. I like that it randomly picks your opponents.
It's not random. They always pick an adjacent to you. They just pick it in off order.
Oh, to make it look random.
Yeah.
The trick to Christopher's.
Excuse me. What are you?
I always liked Fang.
Are you glad he came back in Superstars?
No, because I heard his boss fight is really bad.
I think there's like 20 boss fights with Fang in that
Yeah, I
game.
think he's like the Bowser Jr. of the game. He's playable in the Triple Trouble 16-bit. And you can even toggle what you want his name to be, Fang the Sniper or Knack the Weasel.
Really?
Yeah. There are so many interesting options. Because they also added Amy to the game, and you can choose everyone's play style, because Amy plays different between like Sonic Superstars, Origins, and that Sonic 3 Air mod. So they let you choose like which control scheme you want.
What do you know about?
Amy, she plays different in all the games they've added her into. They also did the same with Sonic, like you can turn the Insta Shield on, or the Drop Dash, or...
Amy's literally... The
Well,
worst Amy, I think, is Advance 1.
Oh, or she can't even spin.
Yeah, she just... What they were trying to do is they were like, let's just make 3D Amy from Adventure.
Yeah.
But in 2D.
But this is cool. Even though on the map they're just represented by black rectangles.
Okay. Turns come so fast. I get you're supposed to be looking at the map and not your guy, but it's very hard.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been better if they took like a RC Pro-Am approach, or Super Off-Road, where it's just the whole map, like you play in a whole top-down perspective. But then people don't like those tank controls they have. That was cool.
It's because I came in first.
I mean, the tank controls are really just this, but your perspective makes it much harder. Or you could be like the Jeff and Barry Racing from Jet Force, where you don't have tank controls and you literally just move. Definitely the pseudo 3D effects are much better in this one,
Yeah.
even though the lighting's annoying. This is in the era where they had they paid no mind to photosensitivity.
Yeah, this might I might have to hand this to you.
It's the only thing they ever changed, really, in Virtual Console games. Is, they toned down on any bright lights. But then it's, questionable in Earthbound, because, screen shake makes it all, faded, too.
Have you played Ocarina 3D?
Yeah.
Do you think they ruined the aesthetic of the Ganon fight?
I can't remember.
By making... So in the original N64 version, we were talking about this on the Discord the other day. The original N64 version has Ganon, cloaked in shadows for the fight.
I never knew
But
what he
the-
looked like as a kid playing it.
But the 3D version has more green lighting than black lighting.
Yeah.
So you can really just see Ganon's whole form.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I
miss
don't
just
know if
being
that's
cloaked in darkness.
worse.
There's, a mystery to him just being...
It's essentially how we feel about, the reignited,
Beastmakers, yeah. Yeah, I like the original more, because, realistically at nighttime it's very hard to see. But how do you convey that in a game without, impeding the gameplay?
For me, it's more, in Beastmakers, it's more, detail versus mystery.
Mhm.
It's not that I couldn't see anything that made it, appealing. It's the fact that what I could see was, these little guard towers that are just sticking out of the ground. What's that? What's the story
Yeah,
behind
there's
that?
definitely a mystery, and I don't like nowadays because of how good the graphics are. You have all the answers just by looking at it. It's better to wonder what it is. And I'm not talking about Mario Wonder, because you don't really wonder what's next, because you just grab it and then you find out. And it's oh, it's just the slime ball again.
Metal Sonic's dead. Ice Cap. That's Sonic
It's not
3.
it's not gonna have the song.
I really do like Reignited. It's whole fucking swamp vibe though.
Yeah.
And the tribute. But I will always respect the tribute.
Oh, the paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's just such a nice little it's just a blog post.
See, that's how you add detail to a game. To liven up areas that... Not that... Beastmaker's home wasn't too bleak and it didn't need to be livened up, but just this little castle area. Yeah, let's throw some paintings on the wall. And they're not just paintings. There's more to them.
Yeah. That kid will now be able to experience the thing with his mom like he used to. You know what I mean? It's not the same, but like, it's immortalized now.
They had paintings in Toasty's level, right?
Yes. That is more so because they made Nevin an artist. And so he made art. They used concept art to show that he was like drawing other areas and dragons in his quote-unquote art style.
See, I'll always appreciate graphic upgrades like that, like just adding decorations to things.
You want to know something funny? The art style grew on me for Reignited when it like after the game came out, but when they first revealed it, I thought the game looked awful. Because I was like, the castles look like Skylanders.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like the way it looks. I became more okay with it as it went, as we started seeing more areas like treetops. But that first trailer they showed, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It took a little bit to get used to, but yeah, even by the time the game came out, we're like, oh, this looks very nice.
I think
It
was
always looked nicer than Insane Trilogy. That just tried to be too realistic.
Yeah, I don't like Insane's art style.
It's more just because, like, yeah, when graphics get more advanced, they find it necessary to add all this detail, but Spyro Reignited showed that it's not the case. For Astrobot and Playroom, like,
Oh, by the
details
way,
is
did
more in
you
the lighting
realize
and
that
stuff.
there's already 3 new stages to Astrobot? And we're getting 6, the 6th one on March 13th or something like that.
like 3 we haven't played.
Yeah, we've been getting slowly free updates.
I guess we just gotta, like, keep an eye on it then.
It says March 13th, the 6th and final one for this set. This set is done. It's coming out. Apparently, they're also supposed to be harder. Because people were asking for difficulty because they thought the main game was too easy, which I kind of agree with.
Oh, fuck. Well, I was working on the Danganronpa 2 thumbnail. I found this hilarious picture just on Google Images. I'll show you after the stream, but I would pull it up. I wanted to send it in the Discord because all of you would have loved it. Also, I found out that Sonya Nevermind is just a big Nirvana reference.
Is it?
Her last name is Nevermind, Nirvana album.
Okay.
She comes from Novo Selig, or however you say it. That's the last name of one of the band members.
Oh.
And her high school that she went to originally was In Utero, which is another Nirvana album. But like, there's no like reference to Nirvana like in her character. It's just the naming of her.
I wonder if that realistic pendant is a reference to something. Remember how we kept commenting like,
Yeah,
why
it's
does
like
it
it's
look so
photoshopped
real?
in. There are a few
Or-
other things I learned too that I forgot.
There was also like a little picture someone sent me, or not sent me. So I came home one day and there was a package sitting at the bottom of the stairs for one of the other people in the apartment. But there was writing on it, and I was like, what the fuck? And I have it on my phone. Oh my god. Oh, my phone's over there.
It
Can you
still
grab
says
it real quick?
Eggman.
Yeah, because he came in first.
No, like instead of Robotnik. This one came out in America. I think. I don't care enough to look it up again.
Oh, yeah. It's probably just an application. Yeah. Oh god, I don't care. It's so the picture. It says, I don't know much about TikTok, but I can write in cursive, do long division, and tell time on a clock with hands, so there's that. That's just in the hallway on someone's package. What?
Does your phone still need to be charged?
It's at 63. I'm good.
That's a good charger then. Well, it's an Insignia brand. I made sure it was like top of the line. It's the same one I bought for the Elgato because It's so stupid. The Elgato and my phone both came with a C to C, and my computer doesn't even have a Type C. Nor does any of my outlets.
This whole thing is indoors.
That's cool. I was like these like fully tunnel 3D effect. There's like another Danganronpa thing I was gonna say that I forgot. I just want to play V3 already. But I just don't know how we're gonna do it with all four of us when we barely have time to like all get together.
That's okay.
It's because it's an extremely long game, I'm sure, like the others.
Oh, come on, man. It is the longest. And that's because of the last chapter. I am going to try my best to keep my mouth shut unless it's something really contentious for V3.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's something like you would never understand that's just really confusing. Because there is some stuff in V3 where you're like, what? Okay. That doesn't make any fucking sense, but alright.
Maybe it was just the Gundam hamster dance mashup. Maybe that was all I was gonna say.
I can't remember, but there was like a prediction thing you and Sharky had halfway. Oh, it was the Spider-Man. You're like, don't laugh, Spider-Man. You're next. And Sharky's like, I really hope that little bitch is next.
Yeah.
Kyoko.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, you're like, I think it's Ibuki and Mikan's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And Sharky said, I hope it's that little bitch Kyoko
Yeah.
or something like that. I was like, God damn, you guys really called it.
Because I just figured that they'll all do the opposite, and because she's a nurse and she heals people, she would then just kill people.
She's part of the reason I hate the show, by the way.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah,
it.
you're talking about it.
Oh,
The brainwashing anime thing.
do I bring it up?
We
in
joke
the-
about it, and you're like, he's right. And then that was when Cherky left, and he just started like, no! Slammed the door over it. No! And then he comes back, he's like, what was that last word I said when we were in here? No. Yeah.
Blue Werewolf Force and hey, how's it going? We're just playing some.
Yeah. It just keeps going and going.
Emerald Hill 2. So wait, we say it in the stream? I didn't.
Yeah, you brought it up on the stream.
That's just brainwashing. Why would I
Yeah,
spoil
you
it?
brainwashed by watching anime. Well, Cherky like was making jokes about it, as if he already knew, and you're like, he's right.
It's because it's so lame. I'm
is
sorry. I don't
horrible.
even care
Yeah.
about spoiling that. Actually, I felt bad for 2 seconds when you just said it. But it's such a fucking bad reason.
Yeah. Even everyone online's like, it is the stupidest thing in all.
It
Someone I think
literally
said it is the
betrays
worst.
her entire character.
Someone said it is like the worst plot device in all of fiction.
I don't know about that. There's been some pretty shit plot devices.
And I
But
think soap operas.
Her
look
whole character
good.
is they treated it like, oh, she's
She's
a
a
master
genius.
manipulator. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's how I always pictured her. Like,
Mikan's like she's the only one who ever cared about me.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, you watch the show and you don't get that at all.
No, because she just got fucking brainwashed.
She was just the first to be brainwashed.
I don't know if that show was written by the original guy, but if it was, he really needs to go back to school.
Yeah. I will, like, I don't even consider it canon. Yeah, I know it is, but, like, I just can't accept it.
Danganronpa canon is so contentious. You got the books. You've
That's why
got
I
the
want to do my
games.
Onizuka rewrite of it. Like, it would just more so rewrite that show, but also add him into it. But then it would retcon the events of the whole series. But I also hated Ultra Despair Girls.
Yeah, it really is the black sheep of Danganronpa games.
People were saying that,
it's
like,
sad because I remember playing it and actually enjoying it the first time.
then you get, like, pedophile Matt Mercer.
Well, so
And just the
can't-
kids,
I
the
hate
kids sucked.
the kids suck. But I remember like the game itself, like the gameplay, having fun with it. But remember, I was with Mackenzie at the time, right?
Mm.
And every day I would play it, I'd be in bed, and I would just have the PS4 hooked up. She'd be asleep, and I would be playing the game. And there's so many scenes in there that I'm just like, please don't fucking wake up right now. Please don't fucking wake up
Yeah.
right now. And
Yeah, it,
just-
like, went too far.
yeah.
Danganronpa, like, is kind of known for not pulling punches. But, like, that time was a little too much.
Oh, you're talking about her whole arc is a little too much.
Well, that and the Matt Mercer guy.
yeah,
being a creep.
the fact that they just like low key was like, hey, by the way, I just like to fuck kids. I was like, maybe not for me. maybe I'm outgrown Danganronpa.
Maybe having all the villains be kids isn't a great idea either.
Well,
I know they don't actually all die, right?
no, literally none of them die.
Does anyone actually die? Like, what's the plot twist in like some
See what
other
I mean.
anime? Is like all the characters from the first game didn't die either?
Well, that's also the reason why I think the show is kind of stupid, because Kyoko dies, and
Yeah.
then they're like, by the way, she doesn't.
Yeah. Everyone said either commit or don't even have it.
It makes a lot of stuff becomes meaningless in the anime.
Isn't that what your dad called the fridging, where like you use the loss of like a love interest to like push the main character forward?
The thing, I mean, it's like how the same kind of shit with Bleach that I don't like, right? How they recontextualize Ichigo's mom's death
Yeah.
to make it seem like that instead of actually putting a new situation to make the thing seem dire.
Mhm.
It's,
It's like Beerus
it's
being the source. Like Beerus ordered Frieza to kill like the
Yeah.
Strike Planet Vegeta.
Oh, and Seal Majin Buu, don't forget that one.
Yeah.
It's like it takes out all narrative like value to everything that happened before. It makes it
Mhm.
meaningless. Saving Kyoko at the end makes her whole death meaningless.
That's even how I did feel about forms. Like introducing a new form too soon after the first, or even just like adding all the other Super Saiyan levels, just makes the whole idea of Super Saiyan obsolete.
It's weird
Hypersonic versus Supersonic.
it's weird that in Danganronpa the only death they commit to is Chiaki.
Yeah.
Or I should say from the second game's cast, because the first game cast stays dead.
Mhm.
And the third game, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, I really like the third game, but it's so fucking weird, dude.
Mhm.
There's gonna be a character who Sharky is going to fucking hate and complain about the whole game, and I'm calling it right now. She's a character named Miyu, and her whole thing is that she's vulgar as fuck, and she has like a really... I can't drive in this stage as Eggman. I'm wondering if he plays differently, because I keep turning off the stage. She's a girl named Miyu in the third game, and her whole shit is she's vulgar, and she's like, she has a shaming kink. And so she likes being called like a cum dumpster and shit like that. And I'm like, oh god.
Yeah,
damn
Sharky
it.
hated Junko. I don't really like Junko either. She was like not written how I expected her to be, because I pictured like her manipulating everybody to be like, she would switch personalities per person, not just every 2 sentences just
Yeah.
changing her look. Like that's dumb, even in the games. Because I thought it would have been really like deep if like in that final trial. Sorry, Blue Werewolf, if you want to play Danganronpa, but like
No.
say for every person she spoke to, she changed her tone, and it like triggered them because like memories come flooding back to them.
You know,
or
like
something.
what they were trying to do in Ultra Despair Girls with how Monica was supposed to be copying how Junko talked.
Yeah.
How she changed how she spoke to each of the kids. Monica was a better Junko than Junko.
Hmm.
Because she changed how she spoke to each of the people. Whenever she spoke to the redhead kid, she made him seem like a powerful leader, right?
Yeah.
Whenever she spoke to what's-his-face, she made sure to call him smart and say they had high expectations. Whenever the pink-haired girl would be like all wordy with her, she would use the bad word and trigger her and shit. In Jotaro, she would always insult because that's the kind of shit that Jotaro wanted. Why is he the only fucking name I remember? It's like, that's what you would think Junko would be doing.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. She just kind of is like, despair! And then that's it.
Mm. I know I gotta read all these
There's a
novels,
reason
but, like,
Nagito literally she was popular for like a minute and then Nagito showed up and she like went way down on popularity. Nagito is way better written. People don't like him, but at least they don't like him because his character is written well, not because
Yeah,
his
that's why I
character
didn't like him at
sucks.
first. I'm like, this guy's a psycho, but he is written very well. Especially because he goes through an arc.
And
Of like
even if
finding out who he is or even who he isn't.
And on top of that, if you go through his social things, you find out about a disease he has, which makes him obsessive about certain stuff.
Mhm.
And why do you think he's so obsessed with hope and despair? It's because he has that disease that gives him that, like, one... I can't remember what it's called. But he has a disease that literally makes him hyper-fixate.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's hyper-fixating on hope and despair. Okay, that makes total sense now. It's not like a cop-out answer. It's a legit answer. It's like, okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I can keep throwing those.
Having him just casually commit terrorism in the show is so dumb.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
And
I mean,
it's
I
just their
could-
excuse to write him out of half the show.
I could buy it, No, I'm not saying it's totally off the table of something he would do,
Mm.
but it's a little crazy the way he does it, where it's like a string of luck gets a shit. All of the new characters in the show suck.
Yeah,
All of them.
they could have been written so much better.
I'm trying
But,
to
like,
think.
the fact that, like,
I don't mind Yuki Zome. I like the idea of having the teacher be the one that leads them to despair.
Yeah,
After like showing them how good it could be to be around each other, the person who gave them the hope is the one that took it away.
yeah.
I like that idea. But everything else sucks.
Yeah.
The boxer who happens to be gay that
The fact
lets
that yeah,
the woman do terrorism because he doesn't want the fact that he's gay to come out.
yeah, like the tragedy could have been prevented if he came out of the closet.
Correct. The guy that's all like, you're talking in platitudes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're cool.
Why are there
guess.
balloons in the background?
Danganronpa novels also get a little crazy with people like cutting buildings in half and shit, and it's like, okay, the scaling is getting a little
I forgot
crazy.
that in the collection they have the novels, like, you can just read them in the game.
Yeah, in Ultra Despair Girls, I think you can read Danganronpa If. Or is it Danganronpa 2? I can't remember. Danganronpa If is really interesting. There's
Classic Star said I play this game.
nice. Danganronpa.
We do too, but only in the present tense, never in the future tense.
We got 4 more tracks, and then we're going to
We're
move to
signing off.
Crossroads. Crossworld, sorry.
We're going straight into it.
Yeah. And we already played Sonic Riders. That's kind of the only reason I wanted to play Drift like now.
Mm.
Is because I saw Crossworlds and I was like, you know, it'd be fun to go back to the beginning. I think after this was R, and we'll get to R eventually. I think that's on our
Yeah,
list.
I did put it on, yeah. I'll buy it on the Saturn. I'm hoping I can rip the music from it. As much as I want to buy it and give them my money. That's not being sarcastic, because you know how good Sonic Riders music is.
There's a lot of scenes in Danganronpa If that I really like. A lot of them have to do with Mukuro's character being completely different because the events in the game are completely different.
Yeah. I always want to learn more about her, but the show, like, did her so horribly.
Oh my god, it's like...
Because she's, like, kind of like another Mikon in a way. Except she likes the abuse.
in the show.
Yeah, in the show, yeah.
In Danganronpa If and
After Sonic 3 came out, I've just been going back and playing all the games. Oh, the movie. I was
yeah,
like,
the movie.
I was about to say, it's been 30 years, you're still going.
Why is it dropping me?
Yeah, that was weird.
Danganronpa If really expounds on her character, and there's just things that don't make sense in the anime based on how the manga portrays her. Like, why would she, if she was, like, into it, right? Then all of her actions in Danganronpa 1 don't make sense already.
Yeah. I always pictured them as, like, they're like the yin and yang twins. Like, one makes up for what the other lacks, because they're both called the Ultimate Despair.
Oh, they're not both called. Junko is not the Ultimate Despair. They're self-proclaimed.
Oh.
Junko is the Ultimate Analyst, and Mukuro is the Ultimate Soul.
She was the Ultimate Fashionista.
So she's technically the Ultimate Fashionista, but in Danganronpa, it's called Another Story?
They should have called her the Ultimate
So-
Influencer, because it goes so much deeper than, like, just being called an influencer.
When Junko, in one of the books, she gets amnesia. And the guy that they literally show for one frame in the show, I don't know if you remember, where I'm like, oh, he's here? He's just literally looks out a window in one scene in the entire show, and that's it. He, like, tricks her into, like, falling in love with him and all that kind of shit. And we learned that she gets red hair and shit, and we learned that she was actually the Ultimate Analyst, not the Ultimate Fashionista, and she uses her ultimate whatever throughout the entire book before eventually killing him, because she was like, it would be so much despair to kill the guy I love. But the Fashionista was only just a way to get into the school. That was it. And then Mukuro's the Ultimate Soldier. They literally had to track her down inside of, like, I think it was like the Wolf Pack or something like that.
Yeah, the, like, tattoo she has. Fenrir.
Yeah.
Fenrir, however you say it.
Fenrir, yeah, because it's based off Norse. Fuck me, dude. Did I still come in first? No. No way.
Fang did.
Fuck you, Fang.
Oh, they call him Fang and that's not Knack. Because in Triple Trouble they call him Knack, and that was his debut. It was an America-Japan thing then? I think it was.
Milky Way.
All the way there. We're already in it. So I think Fang is his Japanese.
Wow,
well,
it
this
is just
cool.
the Milky Way.
It really is just Rainbow Road, but not Rainbow. So is Knack his American name, and then Fang his Japanese name? Because we have Eggman here. Sonic the Fighters. I don't think many people know this because Sega's like buried it, but Sonic the Fighters is the Japanese name. In America, they call it Sonic Championship. But every time they've re-released it, they just use Sonic the Fighters.
That's interesting.
I mean, it really doesn't make sense that Sonic can be at all the fighters. I don't know that character. But I like the... Sonic the Fighters is a better ring to it. It's a little more clear on what the game is.
Why would they change the name like that in America? That's crazy.
But I swear in, like, when on Game Gear, like, it says... Or not Game Gear, on Gems Collection, it says Robotnik. I don't know. But it's Fang the Sniper in that one. I don't know what kind of animal Sniper is.
He's Sniper
And-
because he's a villain, Chris.
But, like, they're all, like, blank the blank. It's usually the animal.
Isn't it Bean the Dynamite?
Yeah, he is a stick of dynamite.
Well, that's
Let-
just
let-
telling you right now.
Yeah, it's not. But then Bark the Polar Bear. Bean's just based on another Sega game, Dynamite Ducks.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Is that the Death Egg?
Yeah, that's a Death Egg. Apparently a thing that can casually blow up stars, but Yoshi can hit that level of power. Versus debating brain makes my head want to die. Is there two?
Oh, it's getting
or am I getting
closer.
closer?
I think you're going into it.
That's cool. I don't know what place I came in. Oh, second. I might
And that
actually
was the
keep my
end,
lead.
or is there more? We're in the Death Egg. That's cool.
That's
It's like
kinda
a
cool.
journey. A linear racer.
Why does the Milky Way end in the Death Egg? Look at the fucking track.
That's cute.
See why I think this one's way better?
It is, yeah. It just hasn't aged well.
No, it's very primitive.
It's aged like the banana.
You got me thinking of that fucking song.
Chiquita. Every time I buy the Chiquita bananas, I just always think of it. And I haven't heard it in like years. I literally watched the episode once and it just got stuck in my head. You're doing like way better on this one than any other. It's because it's your home turf.
I was gonna say it's my turf.
Is it him doing his turn signals?
Yeah.
So polite. I mean, he is a feminist. He's just, like, he is just a very good person.
What is that? The Sonic Heroes?
Yeah.
Fucking, oh my god. He's a feminist. He doesn't take shit from no racists. Damn you, Hedgehog, because he is one.
He
like-
really is just racist because even has to ask him how he got there so quickly. He's like, I just expected you to be slow.
Like every other Hedgehog, because you know they're not fast, right?
Look at Amy.
Look at Amy. She's been sitting here. I've been telling her she's gonna die, and she's just been sitting here.
Look at Shadow. I told him to take his shoes off, and then he couldn't even run anymore.
Told him took his shoes off. Told him to put them back on because it smells so fucking bad.
It's so hard to take Shadow skating in like urgency. Seriously, like when he's like hurrying somewhere
Why?
because he's skating.
So?
It's like I don't know. If figure skaters had their skates on and they had to rush somewhere, do you think they'd skate?
I think I just got fucked. Yeah, I got fucked. I came in last in this meeting. I might actually have lost.
Knuckles, how did you win so quickly?
Knuckles, you will die. Tied, but they're gonna call Knuckles the winner. Yeah. That's how these fucking games work.
And that's it?
Sega.
Was
That's
that
it.
the end?
That's the end. I'm going home to sleep.
Yeah, it's 11.
Oh my god, it's 11?
I'm never cooking again. I mean, that food was really good. It just took an eternity.
I ain't never gonna cook again.
See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.